All right, guys, game wrapped up about a half an hour ago for me. I've been trying to set up some equipment here because I got some new recording equipment in. And basically, Seahawks in the winner's circle. That's about the best I can say about this game. 23-17, 8 of the Eagles' points came in garbage time. Take it off the board if you want to, it don't matter. But yeah, either way the Seahawks win. They moved to 8-3, they're first place, all alone in the division. And the 1 seed is still within reach. And tonight, after that game, we definitely have to give a big shout out to this defense, which went out there, played good, played solid, did a lot of positive things, did a lot of encouraging things, and made sure we got this win. They went out there, made plays, got to Carson Wentz, made him uncomfortable, made him make a lot of bad passes, although Carson Wentz doesn't need help making bad passes right now. And they made sure that we got this win. Now, offensively, I can't really say the same positive things about those guys because it was not a good game for this offense really at all, and I'm going to have to dig into those guys a little in this later in this video because with one glaring exception, this was not the game we wanted to see from this offense after a 11-day day off period. So, defense. Defensive line, they were definitely the stars today. 6 sacks on Carson Wentz, a lot of QB hits, a lot of pressures, a lot of just forcing him to get the ball out of his hands quickly. It seems like we may have found something with this pass rush. We've got 4 games in a row where the pass rush has played anywhere from good to elite. We have 2 games in a row of the defensive line playing really, really solid football. And if this keeps up going into December and the playoffs, we at least have a defense that can slow them down and make some plays. And if you're one of the people who has been in my streams recently saying that it doesn't matter how good the Seahawks offense is, we're not going to win anything with this terrible defense, you have to be a little encouraged by that. And there was a lot of stuff going on in the Philly backfield. Obviously, it needs to be said, the Eagles offense helped us a lot. The Eagles offense helped us a lot because that is a bad offense and it didn't play well tonight. Carson Wentz missed some open guys, missed some reads, missed some opportunities to make some plays that could have given the Eagles this game. I get that. Their beat-up offensive line gave Carson Wentz no chance on a lot of different plays. Their receivers struggled to get open. Couple of drops on the part of Miles Sanders. A couple of opportunities for Jalen Ryguy to go make a play, and he just didn't make the play. So, I get that. This Eagles offense may very well be the worst offense in the NFL right now. And they have maybe the worst starting QB in the NFL right now. So, it has to be said that this was playing on easy mode, but I still liked what I saw. We didn't miss too many tackles. We made a lot of plays in the backfield. We came up big on a couple of 4th downs, although one of those 4th downs was just, I don't even know what to say about it on the part of Carson Wentz, but hey, you take him how you can get him. Jamal Adams played a great game today. He had a sack, he had a tackle for loss, he was making some plays in run defense, he got to the quarterback twice. KJ Wright, awesome game from him. He keeps finding a way to do it, man, making plays in the backfield, not letting his guy go when it looks like somebody's going to break a tackle. I think Goddard had a chance to break a tackle on KJ, and somehow KJ brings him down. Made a great play on 4th down to knock the ball down. Got to give it up to Poona Ford, who continues to develop as a pass rusher, and we may have a hard time keeping that guy when his contract comes up because he's playing well beyond what I expected from him. And I've always liked Poona, but he's developing into a complete defensive tackle and the kind of guy who may be getting a significant free agent deal from somebody in a year or two. Jerron Reed, solid game. I saw LJ Collier make another play today, so that's good. He almost got a sack. Benson Mayowa got a sack. Rasheem Green, welcome to the party. Welcome to 2020. Don't be surprised if Rasheem Green ends up putting his footprint on this season before the end. We got 5 games left, and then we got the playoffs. Rasheem Green may very well be a guy that takes our defense from here to here. A little nudge up, but every little bit counts, and I think Rasheem Green made a couple nice plays today, and him finally popping his cherry on getting that sack. It's good, man, and yeah, I don't have too much bad to say about this defense. The only thing is we got to get a QB spy, and there are going to be opportunities later this season for us to potentially need to think about that. But as I was watching this game and I saw most of the good Eagles plays be Carson Wentz scrambles on designed passing plays, I kind of thought to myself, can we get Jordan Brooks on a QB spy or something like that? And by the way, I thought Jordan Brooks, even though he had the bad penalty where he just needs to turn around, I thought he actually made a pretty nice impact in the game today. Bobby Wagner, quiet game, but I did notice he made a big play 50 yards down the field in coverage on, I think it was Dallas Goedert. So I didn't know Bobby still had that in his arsenal, so good for him. He made a play on the ball, prevented a big play for the Eagles, and yeah, even Trey Flowers got in on the action today. He forced a 4th down by wrapping up on a tackle. I know it's a little thing, but I appreciated seeing it because Trey has slowly become a less atrocious player as this season has gone on, and he may very well have a role to play in the end of this season. Shaq Griffin, good to see him out there. He got hosed on a PI call, but he also committed PI, and somehow the referees didn't notice it earlier in the game, so a little bit of rust he had to knock off. And yeah, I think this defense, they were playing on easy mode, but I liked what I saw. Now, offense. This is where we're going to get into some stuff, because offensively today, DK Metcalf, DK Metcalf, DK Metcalf. Thank God for that guy, because he was the difference tonight. He was the one guy on either offense today that was really playing well, with the possible exception, and I do mean possible exception, of Dallas Goedert. DK Metcalf, my God, he did it every which way. He was catching comebacks, slants, he was catching go routes down the sideline, he was running past Darius Slay, he was getting behind the safety, he was out jumping Darius Slay, and the Eagles did indeed have Darius Slay following him around the field. So if you have any doubt on which wide receiver opposing defenses fear the most on this team, you shouldn't now. That means something. And if he had brought in that last touchdown where we ended up settling for 3, where the ball just hits his hands and he had a couple opportunities at it, and if he had not slowed down on that one deep pass to start the second half, we might be talking about a 250-yard game for DK, franchise record, I'm sure. And it's too bad it didn't happen, but we can all see it. We all see how special that man is, and we needed that specialness today, because this offense, man, we're not, people have said in my streams for the last several weeks, we're not winning anything if this defense doesn't start playing better, but we're not winning anything if this offense doesn't play like an elite offense, and right now it's just not. And I think it all starts with the offensive line. Where are we going to start there? Because I can't think of a single offensive lineman on this team that played well. Cedric Ogbuehi, or Cedric Ogbuehi, or however you want to say it, I don't care, may very well be my least favorite Seahawk right now. That dude is so trash. I was watching him in isolation for a lot of this game, and he just keeps getting beat around the edge by Brandon Graham or Derek Barnett or whoever. It was atrocious, and right from the start, I think Wilson was running for his life, in part because Cedric he's just trash. And that doesn't even begin to scratch the surface of this offensive line's interior, where you had Mike Upati. I think he might be playing hurt, but I don't think he played a very good game. You had Ethan Posick, his first game back from an injury, I understand. Not a good game from him either. Damian Lewis, he's been kind of in a washing machine lately because we had him move positions, and he's battling through an injury as well. But I don't know if the Eagles' defensive line was playing with firecrackers in their butt. I don't know if they were just coming out inspired for Reggie White's birthday. But this offensive line got the brakes beaten off of them. And even Dwayne Brown, I didn't notice anything overly atrocious from Dwayne Brown, but I don't think he played very well either. And Wilson somehow got out of this game only getting sacked twice and getting hit, I think, like 7 times or something like that. But every single drop back, he was getting harassed. And every single running play, with the exception of the Carson touchdown, which was awesome play, by the way. Great to have you back, Chris Carson. Just every single time they're getting met in the backfield. I'm just waiting for the defense to wear down a little bit. I'm waiting for good things to start to happen with this running game as we stick to it, and it didn't happen. Carlos Hyde with an absolute Jerome Bettis of a game, 1.5 yards a carry. Problem is, he touched the ball 15 times. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on with this offensive line. I know Cedric O is a backup and he sucks, and I know Potty may be hurt, but nobody on that offensive line played good today, and everything kind of just fell apart from there. I don't think the game plan was very good on the part of Schottenheimer. I was very unimpressed with the stuff he was doing. The process with this offense doesn't seem it's very good to me right now. When you go into this game knowing you have Cedric O at right tackle, you got to help him. You got to come up with a game plan designed to not let Cedric O cost you the game. And for a lot of this game, it really just seemed like we were playing as if we still had Brandon Shell out there and we had a dude we had confidence in. And you got the results that you did. So Schottenheimer, I don't think he had a great game plan out there today. I will say, when nobody on your offensive line is playing a very good game, it's tough. But still, it felt like we didn't game plan for the team that we had and the team that we were playing against. And we had 11 days to think about this one. So that was definitely frustrating. My Schottenheimer stock is dropping a little bit. I'm not saying he's bad, but feels like he hasn't done a good job in at least a few games this year. And I'll judge him a little more when we get an offensive line that's actually able to not get the pants beaten off of them on every snap, but that was bad. I'll give it to Chris Carson. First game back, I think he did everything he could out there. He didn't play very much. He only had 10 touches. I assume we're slowly trying to work him back in, which is good. I was a little worried he kept re-aggravating his foot, but seems like it was just a caution thing. But, yeah. Tyler Lockett, quiet game. I don't think there's anything wrong with Lockett. I don't have anything negative to say about him. It's not like he made any mistakes out there. He did draw a big pass interference late in this game, but yeah, Tyler Lockett, quiet game from him. Tight ends, still not a big part of this offense, which is confusing to me because in a game like this where your offensive line is letting up pressure really quickly and you can't run the ball, you would think you'd want to get the ball to your tight ends a lot. No catches for Dissly. 2 for Hollister. He got targeted 5 times. And yeah, Wilson played a good game. Wilson played fine. The only big bone I have to pick with Wilson, and I'm not saying he played perfect other than this, but we are not getting these play calls to the team fast enough. How many times tonight did Russell Wilson have to either take a timeout, hurry to the line of scrimmage to get a snap off with no time left on the play clock, or just take a delay of game penalty? It felt like a game from last year or the year before, maybe even under the Bevel era, where we were constantly breaking huddle with 5 seconds left on the play clock and we were burning timeouts and taking stupid penalties. And there's no part of this offense that has an excuse to be that incompetent when it comes to getting the play call in. So I don't know how to put that. If it's Schottenheimer, if it's maybe Carroll somehow, if it's Wilson, if it's the rest of the team. Something is not working with that process right now. We had at least 5 moments in this game where we either had to burn a timeout, take a penalty, or hurry to the line to snap it with 1 second left on the play clock. So yeah, that's the main thing I have with Wilson right now. I don't know why why they're not lining up a little faster. He didn't play perfect or anything, but when you're playing behind this offensive line tonight, I got to cut you a little bit of slack. He probably did just about everything he could out there. Missed a couple throws to Hollister, but he played well enough to win. It was tough sledding in the first quarter. The thing that I'm really concerned about right now is with this coaching staff, and I know I beat on this a lot, but there was something that happened tonight, more than anything else that happened in this game, that really, really aggravated me. Because this offensive line is better than that. I've seen them play good. I know this offensive line can play good. They're better than that. They'll figure it out. They're going to get Jordan Simmons back. Maybe they put him in for Upati because Upati clearly isn't healthy. They're going to get Shell back. But here's the thing. David Moore comes into this game with a hip injury. We can all see it. The team can see it. The team listed him on the injury report with a hip injury. And it's like, okay, he's not 100%. Players play less than 100% all the time. But he's still our punt returner, even though he has absolutely no wiggle to his waggle because, well, he's got a hip injury, which everybody knows. So he takes a couple punts, can't do anything with it. He's basically just running around in quicksand. And we then run a 4th down jet sweep to him where he may as well be running with cinder blocks taped to his feet and it doesn't go anywhere. I know DK blew the block, but why are you putting a crucial 4th down in the hands of a mediocre receiver who doesn't even have a healthy hip? And there were other times in this game too where we just threw the ball out to David Moore and said, go make a play. And that's not what you want to do with a dude with a bad hip. And of course, he never made a play. His stat line tonight is one of the strangest things you will ever see in an NFL game. 3 catches, -6 yards. He did haul in the fade route at the goal line for the touchdown, which was sweet. Credit to him on that. His hands worked tonight. But we continued to put David Moore in high leverage situations. We gave him the ball on the bubble screen and the jet sweep, telling him, go make a play with your athleticism when he doesn't have it. And seeing that kind of stuff just makes me question the process of this team. We don't want to put the ball in the hands of our best players on the biggest plays of the game sometimes. Put the ball in the hands of Wilson. Tell Wilson to go make the play. Put the ball in the hands of Chris Carson. And tell him to go make a play, because even on a night like tonight where the offensive line sucked, he still found a way to make some plays out there. Don't give it to Carlos Hyde on 3rd down, who Carlos Hyde's a decent player, but you've got your far more talented running back healthy tonight. Get him the ball on 3rd and short. And then on 4th down, don't give it to your 3rd-string wide receiver on a jet sweep where he has to do all the work, especially when he's playing injured. So, yeah, there was definitely some stuff on offense today all around that frustrated me. DK Metcalf, they got to build a statue of you outside the loo immediately, because as a wide receiver, you basically went out there and won this game on your own tonight, at least for the offense. Again, I don't want to diminish what the defense did, but that's what defenses should be doing against that Eagles offense right now. So, DK, they can't stop you. Just keep on eating. And I'm going to go and get out of here. I know the game ended almost an hour ago, and I'm just now finishing my video, but had some technical difficulties over here. I'm going to be streaming shortly. Peace out. Go Hawks. See you guys soon.